Welcome to another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. Well, hello. Happy National Police Week and Peace Officer Memorial Day, and brought to you by Hugs for First Responders and Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. A little bit about the podcast. I started a podcast in 2017 based out of Huntington Beach, California, and I'm just sharing everything that's about making the most of the dash. We have the day that we're born, the day that we pass away, and what's in that in-between time. I also like to interview various nonprofits here in our community, and of course our surf community, and anyone who wants to check off their ultimate bucket list. So back in the studio, Bushman and KC, how are you?
How's it?
How's it?
We're doing good, man. Doing good.
Well, let's talk about Officer Nicholas Vella, and we're doing a special broadcast for Peace Officers Memorial Day. So talk about the current project you have going on for him, for his family.
Okay, so his wife, Chrissy, she got a hold of me because I was doing a board to raise money for my GoFundMe thing. So she started following me every week, I guess, on the progress of my board. And then she came up with the idea that she got a hold of me, and she asked me if I would like to do 3 of his surfboards because he was a surfer. And I was like, whoa, I was amazed. Like, wow, this all happened. I was blessed, And so how it went about was she just kept watching the progression of my board. And then we got to talking, and I went to her house, and then she showed me some pictures, and she showed me the boards that were that she wanted to do. So she gave me the photos, and I started thinking, wow, I'm going to get this helicopter. And I asked her what she liked, what she wanted, and what he liked. And apparently he liked sharks, I guess, because when you're flying over the ocean, you can see sharks over the ocean. I'm sure you can see them,
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So she said, well, one of the board, I want sharks incorporated with his helicopter, and I said, okay, well, maybe if I put him flying over the pier or something, in the helicopter, and then underwater you can see sea life and stuff, and then one of the other boards, one's going to the surf museum, and then one I believe is going to go to the police academy or the helicopter academy. Wow. And then one of the boards is going to go to her. And so it touched me, and I'm going to do my best to make her proud,
So Melissa Murals is in the house. She's saying hello there on the show. So thank you, Melissa Murals.
What's up, Melissa? Wifey.
So let's talk about the project. So we have 3 surfboards.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing I got to do is I'm going to scrape off all the wax. And then I came up with the idea that, we're going to keep this wax. That's a beautiful photo right there. That's a nice.
That's really good.
So right there in that photo right there, right before I took him from her house, she wanted me to call her because she was afraid that, they might fly off my car or something. So I said, we're surfers and stuff. We got to get one more last hurrah, right? So I had all his boards on my car, and I cruised them all over HB, down to the beach and stuff. And then the last stop before I took him to my house, I stopped at the museum because one of the boards is going to go into the museum. And then one of the boards is going to go into the police academy. So I thought he would like to see that before, he's looking down, and I thought he would like to see him cruising around the beach and stuff. He was on the boards surfing it. So, I'm going to take off all the wax and stuff, and I'm going to melt it down and put them in the bars, and I'm going to give each one a bar of wax. And my friend Johnny Mofo from Mofo Surf Wax Company, he's going to make the bars for me. So,
oh, wow. And he's going to be on the show coming up on the 22nd, too.
Oh, cool.
To promote some stuff that you're doing the end of the month. Yes.
Oh, killer. This would be a good month, huh?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
We've got Casey here. Surf Rider Foundation. I mean, what way to go? It's all blending together.
Yeah, and we have there's a beach cleanup coming up, and then on the 28th, I'm doing a special broadcast for the International VW Bus Day, which is on the 2nd, but we're doing it the 28th for the podcast because the Cowabunga and Van Clan event, I believe, is on the 1st. So it'll be really good to be a part of that as well. So yeah. So what else you got going on with this project? How long do you think it'll take to get the board?
Well, I'm just finishing up. I'm at the tail end of my board that I'm doing for the silent auction. So once I do that, I've already started the ding repairs on the boards. Because I had to fix all the all the dings in the board and stuff before I paint it and stuff. So one of the boards I'm gonna start doing probably next week. I'm gonna start on that. And how I do it is I do all the background colors first before everything starts popping. That's how airbrush is. You build up, build up, build up to make it 3-dimensional. And then as I'm going, my mind works weird. I like to do 3-dimensional art, not just airbrush it, So I'm gonna start popping sea life into it and everything.
Right.
So like, if you're looking at the board, the helicopter will be flying over the ocean, over the pier, and then you're gonna see the water line, and then you can see sea life underneath it. So kind of like the Christian Lassen thing, you know what that is? Yeah. So came off, and yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be one of the boards, and then one of the other boards, she has a tattoo, and it's got a skull on it, and it's a back, and the back end's a chopper, the helicopter. So I'm gonna reincorporate that in like a real.
Are you really?
Yeah. So because it's right on her forearm. I don't know. Did I send you that picture of that one? No, I didn't. Did I send you the picture of the skulls helicopter?
I don't think so. Yeah, we can do that in the video once you're done with all the surfboards. We can show everything there too. So yeah.
I think that one I'm gonna do on her for her bedroom because she's like in the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. Yeah. That's her artwork around that. So when I went to her home, I wanted to incorporate my artwork with the colors of the house. This way, it doesn't pop out like Right. So I wanted to all blend, continuously. So I when I got to her house, I like the way it was designed and stuff. So I'm gonna incorporate that surfboard into that. It's kind of hard to pronounce. Can you say it? Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, Dia de los
Muertos. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you say it better than I do. Arr. So
and I'm half gringa.
Yeah. Well, I can't roll my R's. So yeah, I'm gonna incorporate that board. I'm gonna incorporate that board with their tattoo, and I'm the day he passed away, and just it's gonna be a sentimental board. All boards are gonna touch me because this is really I'm blessed to do these. I'm honored, and how this landed up in my lap after being away for so long from artwork, but pretty obvious it's gonna come in. It's already. I've been practicing, so it's already coming. I showed Casey a couple things I was doing this morning, a jacket and stuff. So
it's awesome.
It's getting back, man.
He has his groove back.
I'm getting my groove back. I want some of that too.
But and yeah, there's an upcoming project I want to talk to you about also because my Hugs for First Responders I started well over 10 years ago. So I've been talking to a lot of organizations and I do a big shout out to Brittany Bass. So she's encouraging me to turn the Hugs for First Responders into a nonprofit. So that's something that's going to be happening within the next year or two. So I'm just want to do a shout out to her. She's really amazing. If you follow for autism. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's worthy cause. That's worthy cause. Maybe I can, when I get more time under my belt with the airbrush, I'll donate a board or something to that, and then you guys can raffle or auction that off and raise some money.
Yeah,
I'm willing to do something like that.
Yeah, and I think her organization has a big mural over there by Denny's too, off Ellis Avenue. If I'm not mistaken.
Is that the one?
That's the one.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've fixed that thing and put it back to its original?
How much?
Oh,
how many times?
Well, probably 15, 20 times, right? Because it's right there, like by 5 points.
Right, exactly.
And so there's like little gang thing. gang taggers there all the time, and
Yeah.
I'm always cleaning up around that neighborhood. So
Wow.
they've tagged that thing so many times, and I like to go to Denny's. You get the senior deal, get the
Senior
senior,
discount. Yep.
yeah,
Think for yourself.
and it is by chance I always have, and by chance I always have my paints right. So that I love that mural. I love the colors, the violets and everything, and it's so sad that someone would tag it up,
Yeah.
and you can't just you need to be an artist to fix that and make it look like it's not there. So they tagged up, and I've fixed it bring like 10 or 15 times now.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the last time I fixed that one up was about a month ago. Yeah, so that's
Wow.
sad. That's sad.
Well, and then since Melissa's on here, the end of it's either end of June, I believe, is National Mural Day. So I'm going to do a get together with Bushman and Melissa to celebrate
Cool.
what they do. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's going to be coming up, I believe, at the end of June. So
That's gonna be cool. Yeah. So
yeah.
so those boards, one's a short board, and that's like a lightning bolt, and then he's got a fun board, which is like 8 foot, and then the other one is a long board. So each of those boards, I believe the one I'm gonna do for the academy, I want to make that one really really cool. Like he's flying over the city or something, or I don't know, or something. But like I don't know. Have you ever seen that thing where you see you're looking down and it's a logo, or it goes on all kinds. It's got the pyramid, it's got the diamond.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that one.
Right.
That I love that one.
Yeah.
And then make him look like he's coming down or something, and just
Right.
just
Well,
taking
you
care
know
of
what
it.
you could also do? You could incorporate like his badge, his officer's badge.
Oh yeah.
With his
Mhm.
number on there, and then when officers, when they have a memorial for somebody, they have like a black
Yeah.
thing that goes across it. That could be in there somewhere. So
Yeah.
his badge numbers there with his name and
Yeah.
showing that that's
Yeah.
memorialized.
Well, yeah, she gave me a couple. Well, she's given me a couple things. Like when each of these boards are done, um, one of them she's giving me the flag that he was buried in.
Okay.
So
Oh wow.
yeah, that's heavy and it's encased, and I think that's going to go up in the museum. I think she wants that to go with one of the boards in the museum. So that's touching.
Yeah.
And then she's got two other ones with his badge number and everything that they're encased. So the whole thing is going to be incorporated with it.
Yeah.
It's not just the board. It's
Right.
going to be with the plaque and everything. And then hopefully I can get Dave Reynolds to help me with the plaques or something,
Right.
which will make
Oh,
it
wow.
even more awesome. That's going to be killer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
going to pop off for a few minutes so I can share this in some groups and go ahead and continue. And I'll be back in about 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, she gave me let me see if I have.
Well, what I like about the whole thing, just from my perspective, is that several years ago you started. Oh yeah.
See, these are
The badge,
yeah.
flags.
They're cool. Someone made these out of wood.
Yeah. But several years ago, you started beautifying the city with, giving and all of that.
Yeah.
And from that, like you said, you for 120 some odd days now, you're sober,
Yeah.
you're doing all of this for yourself, getting yourself
Yeah.
back and whatnot. And you're making a board to auction off.
Yeah.
So that way you can earn supplies
Yeah.
to take care of the city.
Yeah.
And from this whole giving thing, she reached out to you
Yeah.
because she saw the video you were doing on the
Yeah.
board and said, hey, I want you to memorialize my husband with your surfboard art.
Yeah.
And so it kind of has come full circle.
Full circle, yeah.
So for me as an outsider looking at this, it's like, wow, look at how all of this came together.
Yeah.
You were helping the city, police officers help the city, right?
Yeah.
The integral part. You're helping the city, you're giving of yourself, and then all of a sudden she comes and she says, hey, I'm gonna give too. I'm gonna give too. And I want to, pay you for the surfboards that she is now going to be using. And they're going to go to 3 different places.
Yeah.
And you're still going to have your board to auction off. So
because
that's going to be
that
awesome.
money that I'm getting from the boards, from her, I'm going to use that to get a little truck or something,
Right.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to raise enough money so I can get a compressor and stuff, So anyway,
so that's what I appreciate about the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
That full circle.
Yeah. It's a full circle. How I started doing my board for my fundraiser because I need to get my truck went out, and I'm like, you know what? How can I raise money and stuff? And then all of a sudden, your friend's band.
Yeah, my buddy's band.
This
Knievel's says, "Hey, we're going to do a fundraiser for Bush."
Yeah, it's how this whole thing
That's
came
amazing.
about. It's like, man, someone wants to help me, for what I do, and so the band approached me, all three bands, and Johnny mainly Mofo, he called me up and because we're kind of friends, and he goes, "Hey, my friends have an idea. They want to do a fundraiser for you. How's this all fitting together, right?" They go, "Well, they want to raise money for you because you always take off the graffiti." And then I'm like, "Wow, is that going to work? Whatever. So they go, "Well, everybody around town." So I did some footwork, and I talked to Aloha Girl, and I talked to Bruno's, and they're up for it because they're going to do another one at Bruno's.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and then I started, after I quit drinking and everything, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get back to my art. And Melissa Murals has a lot to do with that. Thank you, Melissa, because she's never let up on me to start, get back to my art. She's always pushed me, get back. And I'm like,
she believes in you.
Yeah, she believes in me. Oh my God. She's 100%.
She's your accountability partner. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I was procrastinating a lot, and she didn't believe me after a while, and then, or even think I can airbrush. I think, because I'm before her time.
So you were a doubter, Melissa.
Yeah, she was a doubter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But but she never let up on me, man, and she always pushed me and stuff, And then after I became sober and I started, hey man, I gotta look. I just turned 63, and I proved to myself I wasn't gonna drink on my birthday, and I didn't. And it's day by day. It's day by day. And so, what, Ramsey, thanks for talking to me too, man. I appreciate that, So I have all my friends sticking behind me, and it's just, everything just started falling into place. How I started with the idea of the board to raise some money, and then his wife got a hold of me, and she goes, "Well, I have an idea, whatever, I would like how you said it, my husband to be memorialized." And I said she would like the Surfboards airbrush, and she asked if I could do it. I go, "Hell yeah, I can do it." I'd be honored to do that. Those are the boards right there. So
which one is the lightning bolt?
The top one is the lightning bolt. Okay. And so the other two long boards, one's going to go in the museum and one's going to go into the police academy or something like that. And so I like that too, but we're going to do with him. Oh, what do you like doing best? Flying. So we're gonna get him flying over the water. She sent me some beautiful shots of him, of the helicopter flying over the water, and then it's up to my creativity how to put it all together, make it flow. So I think it's gonna be a great idea, like flying over the pier with the colors and everything all vibrant, like sunset, and then you can see the water line, and the underneath the waves breaking. It's south. I'm north side, so the picture I got is south side.
Just flip it.
Yeah. I can't flip it though. It's because it's going this way, so it would look awkward, But I'm a south side crew. I'm a north side crew, man. We're north side crew. So again, sorry south side, but you won this one, man. So you're gonna be flying over the south side on this one, and you're gonna see like the waves breaking. I'm gonna make killer big waves on this one, And then when the border underneath the water line and stuff, you can see all like fish but I'm gonna have to incorporate a shark into one of them because he wanted a shark. So I don't want to scare nobody. Hey, there's sharks on the south side. You know that? That's why we surf north side. They don't like the north side. Too many guys to thump the sharks.
Well, we have a few minutes in the show, and I want to kind of go over really what today is about. It's about Peace Officers Memorial Day. It's also at the end of National Police Week. So if you're in Huntington Beach, please pay it forward to our local chief. I'm actually going to drop off a gift tomorrow. Also, Garden Grove Police Department tonight is doing a special memorial for their fallen officers. And then I'm also dropping off a gift to the Fountain Valley Police Department. So please show love and kindness to those men and women, in blue who are out there every single day. You guys like to do some shout outs to our local police department here in Huntington?
Yes, I do. Officer Steve Fulmer, I love you, man. You know, as I got here in Huntington Beach and stuff, him, Officer Ekovich, Officer Moore, and yeah, Ekovich, he passed away. Yeah, Ekovich passed away. Officer Moore, I think, passed away too. But Steve Fulmer is still around. Those three officers, when I was growing up here as a kid, they always had my back and made sure, I was on the right path and stuff. So I owe a great gratitude to those three officers. I love you, Fulmer. I know you can hear me.
You.
I love you both. Ekovich and Moore.
Yeah.
They were a big upbringing in my life. They made sure I was always on the right path.
Yeah.
As well as Abdamunis and the other merchants downtown. Yeah. They always watch out for me.
And then for me, shout out to Bryn Fedderson, Huntington Beach Police Department. Known him since he's a little kid, and he's just doing a great job there at HBPD. And not just the city police, but I want to give a huge shout out to the state police who run the beaches there in Bolsa Chica and Huntington State Beach. My son's a sergeant for them, so shout out to Matt Faulkner, Sergeant Matt Faulkner there, with State of California Police. And many people don't know they are still lifeguards first, even though they're packing. Really? They are lifeguards first. They have their lifeguard shorts on underneath their uniforms, and so the very first thing, they're always looking to save lives first, and that's the name of the game with them.
Wow!
And then if something happens, they take everything off, and they're in the water there, and they.
That is cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. They have two jobs.
I didn't know that either. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Two jobs.
Two jobs.
So.
Also, hey, Officer Brian Smith, man, I love that guy.
Oh,
yeah, Brian Smith, man. Shout out to you, bro. Love you. The whole city loves you.
So thanks
awesome.
Officers.
Yeah.
So just like veterans, when we see a police officer or a sheriff or even first responders, shake their hand and say thank you for their service, because they don't get recognized as much as they should. But especially this week for our police officers here in Orange County, make sure to wish them an amazing week. And they do so much for our state and our counties and our cities. So thank you for that. Any other shout outs for local? Let's talk about Surfrider real quick, shout out, and then HB Till I Die, and then we'll close out.
You just did it. You just said shout out Surfrider. There you go.
Yeah.
Surfrider North Orange County.
Yeah.
Surfrider.org or NorthOC Surfrider.org. Go to those websites. Check us out.
And he's trying to say Northside Crew too.
Northside Crew.
Northside Crew. Yeah. And I would like to say a special thanks to the one person who's with me every day and helping me with sobriety. You know who you are. You're anonymous. But I love you, man. Thank you for being there for me every day.
Awesome. Anything else? And then we'll pop out.
Oh, yeah. Hey, grab your cookie. We got these great cookies from...
National Chocolate Chip Day.
It's National Chocolate Chip Day. Thank you.
Got milk?
Right there. Thank you.
Got milk.
Got milk?
Thank you.
You need milk with these things, man.
So thank you for all you do, and thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us all the time,
Thank you. And we'll be back on the 22nd with HB Till I Die Bush. And Casey will be on, and also our friend Johnny will be coming on.
We should get the actual board.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring the board, yeah. And so you have the board. You have pictures of the board that I'm doing, right? Production.
Yes.
So all you guys, if you want to help out too, May 31st, Aloha Grill, 7 p.m. We got 3 bands and everything. It's a fundraiser to help get me a truck because my truck broke down and stuff, and some equipment. I love this city so much. I'm out there every day and I need help.
Thank you.
Really, I do. I appreciate you guys.
All right, baby. Shaka. And we are out.
Shaka.
All right.
That's a wrap.
All right. Hang tight for a minute.